But those last-minute pitches won't matter to the million people who have already cast their ballot in Illinois. It's about 15% of all eligible voters. WCIA3's Theodora Coulivaris is live in our Capitol newsroom. And Theodora, early voting very popular, but it's not the only way to choose a candidate.
That's right, Jennifer. While millions of voters will head to the polls tomorrow to cast their ballots in person, election officials are saying that many have also taken advantage of vote by mail. As the midterm elections come to a head, millions of Illinois voters have already cast a ballot. In Sangamon County, more people have already done their civic duty compared to the 2018 midterm election.
The combined totals of vote by mail and early voting are exceeding what we've done in our last election in 2018.
Political science experts say voter turnout is typically lower for midterm elections compared to presidential ones.
But right now it looks like that there's a lot of interest in this election.
In Champaign County, more than 22,000 people have already voted. That number is about the same in Sangamon County. But where election officials say the most voter turnout is coming from is vote by mail. So far, about 875,000 people have applied to mail-in vote. 544,000 of those voters have already returned their ballot.
In 2018, we only had a total of 427,000 votes cast by mail then. So we're way ahead of that mark.
In-office early voting is down almost 30% to what we've done in past elections. A lot of those voters are starting to transition to the vote by mail process. It's definitely up a lot. We're up about 125% comparable to last 2018.
In Illinois, vote by mail ballots can be received up to 2 weeks after Election Day, as long as they are postmarked by then. This could impact the final election results, depending on the number of outstanding ballots left to count.
We're going to do everything we can to remind people, hey, those unofficial results you're seeing could change by, as we know now, up to 330,000 votes.
The public information officer for the Illinois State Board of Elections says the election results won't be official until December 5th. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Theodora Coulivaris, WCIA3, your local news leader.
All right, thank you, Theodora. Are you